This whole situation revolving around the Maui wildfire disaster just doesn't make any sense. How did this even happen? What's up, y'all? It's your boy Pascal back at it again with another pop-up video. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias, The Pascal Show, one word. Hit that like button down below, and let's not forget to crush that subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube. And of course, if you're watching on Facebook, do not forget to crush that follow button as well if this is your first time checking out this channel right here. Anyway, we got to get into this story. Listen, guys, I'm still just trying to wrap my mind around this whole disaster in Maui, in Lahaina town. I don't know how this even happened. How did this happen? Why did it happen? And then also, why weren't people properly given the heads up or properly warned to evacuate with the quickness? That's the piece that doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Now, there's a lot of theories. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that have been running amok. Let's keep it real. People are talking about lasers shooting from the sky. Real talk. People are going, aliens did all this. Other people are saying, oh, this is DEW's direct energy weapons. People are saying, oh, this is climate change activists that are committing arson, setting off fires in the middle of this beautiful area of this island of Maui, to the point where you got other people saying that companies that are involved in this situation wanting to mess everything up, get everybody out there, out of the area, ruin the land so they can scoop it up and secure a bag. Well, listen, guys, I don't know what any of those things have to do, with this situation. And, I understand everyone has their conspiracy theories, and hey, to each their own, enjoy them. Okay. Hold them tight at night, please. Okay. But at the same time, the one piece that doesn't make any sense to me is how the people, the residents of the area, were not properly given a heads up. And then on top of it, or to add on top of it, let's not forget how the government has been responding to the situation, or how they're not really responding to the situation. Listen, guys, let's take a look at this. We got to look at this article. It says what to know about the government response to the Maui wildfires. Okay, we're going to dive right into it, guys. We got to dive right into this thing. Okay, so it says, as the Maui wildfires toll approaches 100 and is expected to increase, and it will. I hate to say it like that, but it will. And it's sad news, guys. Hawaii's governor ordered an official review amid criticism that government officials didn't do enough to save lives. And they're still not doing that right now, y'all. Current to this day. All right. Now, let's continue. Maui County officials have been criticized for failing to activate sirens to warn the population about the flames last week, despite the state's comprehensive emergency warning system for natural disasters. I got a little clip that I want to play for you guys. Let's take a listen to that, shall we?
Annalise, it's so good to see you. We've heard repeatedly from person after person that there were no warning sirens, no alerts of any kind, that everyone was caught by surprise. Was it the same thing for you?
Yeah, I did not hear any alarms for our normal system that should tell us that there's an emergency incoming. We also did not receive any text to evacuate. However, one of my neighbors upstairs from me did receive a text that there was an evacuation notice further up the mountain from us, which I think is dangerous because we actually felt like we were safe because of that message that we had seen.
What's wild is that is a person that actually survived, or is a survivor of this whole disaster, okay? This whole tragedy. But she even said herself that it was almost like few people got some text messages, but there were no sirens going off in the background. And I'm still wondering, why didn't that happen? Because let's be real, there should be a lot more people surviving and a lot less casualties right now. And if the sirens went off the way that they were supposed to go off, we would still have more women, children, and men alive, families safe. But let's continue. All right, this is ridiculous. So that is also what they said. The New York Times also confirmed that the island did not activate any of the 80. They had 80 warning sirens, y'all, 80 of them. On Friday, Hawaii's Attorney General announced an investigation into the decision-making related to the Maui fires, including the choice to not sound the alarms. Why? The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency spokesperson confirmed last week that they were not activated and added that sirens alone, without additional information, would not have been enough information for residents to evacuate. There are roughly 1,600 people in evacuation shelters on the island, the governor said on August 13th, which was 2 days from now, 2 days earlier, okay? Airlines have evacuated more than 32,000 people. That's according to NBC News. This is what burns my cookies, y'all. This is what burns my cookies. Because you're telling me that they confirmed that they did not activate them because they felt like, it wouldn't have helped anyway. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Then why have those sirens in the first place? Why have them out there if you're not going to actually use them? I'm just asking for a friend. The wildfires, which destroyed most of the historic town of Lahaina, have been the deadliest in the U.S. in more than a century. In an interview with CBS on Monday, Hawaii Governor Josh Green suggested researchers will probably take about 10 more days to search for casualties and expect to find the remains of 10 to 20 people per day until they finish. Put that in your pipe and smoke on that for a second. Green said about 1,300 people will be considered missing and that most of the more than 2,200 structures destroyed by fires were residential. He expressed frustration that there was not a better system to alert residents to leave. The governor said displaced locals had been moved into hotels on Monday and that 500 rooms were available for them and another 500 for workers from FEMA, the Federal Emergency Management Agency. So let that thought just soak all the way down to your plums for a second. Think about that for a second, that they're thinking that 10 to 20 casualties per day. That's what they're thinking. Over the next 10 days, roughly. That's a lot of people, y'all. That's a lot of casualties. And that's a lot of broken hearts. That's a lot of broken families as well. But this part is absolutely crazy to me as well. This part doesn't make let's take a look. All right. The federal government has also been involved in relief efforts. Yay. FEMA has said that more than 3,000 people have registered for federal assistance and that it has provided $700 to displaced residents for short-term costs such as food, water, and medical supplies. FEMA is also providing temporary housing. Almost 500 federal personnel are on the ground, according to a statement on Tuesday from the Biden administration. So let me just say this. No disrespect, but $700? How long is that $700 supposed to last for? Depending on how big your family is too, and how hungry your family is. You got to remember, none of these people have anything. They don't have food. They probably only have the clothes on their back, the shoes on their feet. That is it. They don't have anything else. So you're saying, here's $700. Be gone. Here's some money so that it can last you for how long? You got to remember, these people work and live in that area too, I'm assuming. Some of them have those. Some of them are small business owners, so on and so forth. You're telling me that $700 is just going to solve all their problems for however long that they're going to be in need for that $700? It's pretty crazy, guys. This is the response that they're getting so far. Okay. The Biden administration issued a federal disaster declaration last week and is asking Congress for $12 billion more for the disaster relief fund. President Biden does not currently have plans to visit Hawaii. The one thing I'm still trying to wrap my mind around is the fact that there are a lot of people saying that there is some slow movement when it comes to the government doing whatever they can to help out the people that are in need. These are our American citizens. Let's not forget that. These are citizens of our own country. They should be helped as quickly, if not first, among everything else. We just had a incredibly devastating fire that they're still trying to contain right now as we speak. And our own government is off somewhere else and just throwing them a few shekels and saying that is enough. So another thing I want to point out is we hear that they are saying that they are rendering aid to a gang of people, but I don't know. I'm not hearing that from things like this. Take a listen.
Thousands of our Ohana and our people are without food, shelter, basic hygienic needs a week after the firestorm, a whole week after the firestorm. It's just horrible. I've been working with a team of volunteers. We mobilized last Wednesday. We got the word out on social media for the supplies we needed, and our community answered our pleas. So we have like 4 boat captains that volunteered to shuttle the supplies to Lahaina. And then our West Side team jet skis them in and distributes to the displaced people. But I'm hearing everywhere over and over that the Red Cross is just not getting the supplies to those in need. People are hungry. People have no shelter. They're left with just the clothes on their backs. We need help now.
The wonderful, generous people that have been listening and watching and have been moved and affected by the information that they've been seeing online through news articles and whatnot, they are the ones that have been contributing, rendering aid to the people that are in need. She even says, this caller, who happens to be a survivor of the wildfires, is literally saying, hey, they say that Red Cross is helping out, but that's not entirely true. We had to render aid. We had to ask for help outside of Red Cross, just so that the people who need the necessities like clean water, food, some extra clothes, maybe, we had to get that from people like you that are watching right now. Pretty wild stuff. So as much as they say that the government's doing a whole bunch of stuff, we're not hearing that so much now, are we? But I will be having somebody on the show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, a specialist, to talk about the situation in Maui, the situation in Lahaina, these wildfires, and just talking about what actually could have happened, what could have caused this fire to happen, how could it have spread so quickly, and all that. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. And of course, I'm going to try to find this link. If there's any links I can find to put underneath that if you want to contribute, if you want to help the people that are in need down there, definitely, I'm going to try to find that and put that link down below. And of course, if anybody's watching this and knows it, please put the link down in the comment section. I'll make sure it is pasted and pinned to the top of the chat and in the description box down below. We need to help these people. We definitely do. Again, I will be having somebody very, very special on tomorrow morning to talk about all of this and then some. So we're not done talking about this situation, this tragedy, this disaster that is still going on. That island is still on fire. And the people there still need our help. Anyway, guys, comment down below. Don't forget to do that. Hit that like button down below. And let's not forget as well to crush that subscribe button on YouTube. And of course, hit that follow button on Facebook. It'd be great to have you part of the Pascal Show family. Anyway, it's time to get going. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next show. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Pascal, you are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild.